Hey, Bublynn, coming in, crushing this art. All right, we're back at it, talking about Gemini moon still, and now we're talking about Scorpio sun. So, straight off the bat, if we're thinking about Gemini again, this is pure like creative energy. Like, what can I do from where I'm at, right? That's why it's like knowledge, because it is over Earth, or it's more over like the wave, it's over the water. That's why it's communicable. It can connect to people. But yeah, but like air is coming out of, you know what I mean, versus fire coming down from like spirit, from the unknown, from the new, right? So yeah. And then so Gemini is the pure one that's like just the spark. It's just got the energy. There's nothing about it that's kind of restricted. Like we see Libra and we see, man, I really love this, I'm gonna work this angle, is Libra. And then we see Aquarius, and this is Aquarius, or Aquarius is just doing what it's doing because it makes sense. It's doing what it's doing because it's following the track to success. It's following the track to where it personally can manifest itself, right? Like what just makes sense. So that's why when we get to Gemini, it is one of the most more curious, right? Like less, there's not the boundary there versus, hey, this is what I love, and also this is what just makes sense. It's more, there's not as many boundaries, and also it's least about itself, right? Because this is the mutability. So Gemini also is going to get sucked up into things. It's not necessarily going to be the one that is going to go out there and make stuff happen, but it is going to get sucked up into things. And also it's going to want to be always around a lot of stuff that it can get sucked up into because of that. But it's going to want it to be relatable. It's going to want it to be new things within the environment it's kind of used to. It still might have like a little bit of trouble going out into new lanes because it's not fire. It may not be quite what it wants, but it also it does want to switch up just kind of in the household, like ventilation versus like climate, right? Ventilation's kind of steady, kind of has that cold, calm quality, versus like total climate. Like here, there's a thunderstorm, a massive like hurricane, right? And over here, it's all calm, it's all steady, fire. Versus air, So yeah, so that's a little bit about Gemini, where you're coming from. Coming from a mutable place, you just want to be adaptable. You want new things happening in your environment that you're comfortable with, but you still want it to be new, and you want it to be interesting, right? You just want it to be like engaging. So yeah, now if we think about Scorpio, this is obsession, straight up. We think about fixed water, so we think about it's like driving you somewhere. Like we think about Cancer, this is really just trying to collect. It's really just trying to attach. It's really just trying to go in, right? It doesn't have the energy to drive anything. Like the thing about Scorpio is it's like a wave already formed and it has all this energy in it. It's been imbued and it's going to send you in a direction. Now, Cancer is still kind of looking for that and it's looking to accumulate that. And so the thing about a Cancer is they can even have more of that energy accumulated versus the Scorpio, even though the Scorpio is just riding that. But you know what I mean? But that's just kind of the difference, is that Cancer is more so going in and accumulating what was, and Scorpio is riding something and going out and getting pressing new boundaries, right? The Mars rulership. So yeah, so now if we I guess that's a little bit about Scorpio. We could compare it to Pisces, but that was a good relationship analysis. So yeah. So if you're coming from a place where you're really mutable, you're really receptive, right? And also, yeah, that's one thing. You're coming from air and you're acting in water, sun. So this would be someone that's coming from a place where they're relatable and they're acting in a way where they're relatable. But this may be someone that acts a little deeper than maybe they're really coming from, right? Because that would be the difference between the Scorpio obsession and the Gemini kind of disattachment, right? But they could also be from different realms, right? Maybe you're acting in a way where you can really just home run down on the point that you're kind of interested in now, and it doesn't really matter if that's going to change your life and become a new thing because you're really coming from a place where you're immutable. But maybe sometimes get yourself into situations where water, because it associates with fire, will transform your life in situations that you couldn't have foreseen and were not necessarily as relatable to make your Gemini moon a little bit uncomfortable, So That could be a possibility. But yeah. So if we think about this as mutable fixed, so this is being like receptive on how you're going to get fixated on things. So yeah, it's like I'm going to get sucked up into something, I'm going to get interested in something, something's going to happen in my environment, and then I'm going to dig deep, and then this is going to cause a transformation, because of Scorpio, water and fire and Mars and all these things is nature. So yeah. So this really would be like a curious cat type energy, because it is like mutable. I'm just lost in something that's like seeming to be like a new thing that is appeasing, not opposing, like fire or earth. And it's and then yeah, I'm acting in a way where I get obsessed, right? So then I like follow that rabbit hole. It doesn't end there. You know what I mean? So yeah, I feel like that sums it up. Want to know more? Hit me up. Hey, Bublynn, Sitra, Beach, out.